Looking back, we have done some pretty badass things in Mexico. However, this isn't how the normal Mexican resident lives, is it? The average salary for a young person in Mexico
Buenos dias, Jaime.
Buenos dias, Miguel. ¿Cómo está? ¿Bien?
is 360,000 pesos. After taking out the 16.4% for taxes, you would make a little over 300,000 pesos per year. Today, we are going to be living on the average yearly salary in Mexico, which breaks down to 860 pesos per day or 43 USD. Right away, we are subtracting 200 pesos for savings, emergency fund, or just miscellaneous expenses. That leaves us with 660 pesos or 33 USD for rent, food, and entertainment. Is living on 660 pesos per day possible? Would it be enough money for a small family? Will we have any money left over?
Buenos dias and welcome to the video. You already know the deal. We're gonna see how much it cost me to live total for the day. You know, the bad thing is I just woke up and I already spent money and didn't even realize it. My apartment for the night is 250 pesos. Count it right here. And also, I'm not even gonna keep track of what I spend the whole day. I'm gonna let the video do that. So just so it's 100% natural what I spend, I think I may go out to dinner tonight. I'm probably gonna at least eat out once, if not twice throughout the day. Starting the morning off with some coffee. Ching, again. Even though I made this in my apartment, it's not free. Everything costs money, so I'm gonna try to calculate everything down to the peso so you can get a real world example. Is this possible? Now, let's go to the gym. Currently walking to the gym, and I'm gonna tell you how the gym works. 750 pesos for the whole month, and they have MMA classes, CrossFit classes, yoga classes, they have open gym. So it's actually a pretty good deal. For here in Mexico though, that's actually fairly high. Your gym normally ranges between 400 and 500 pesos per month, which is 20 to 25 USD. This gym's a little bit more expensive, but you have all these classes that you can take pretty much 7 days per week. And you may be saying, Beau, you don't wait till you have a mustache now. Yes, I do. And that's another thing, is if I get 100 likes on this YouTube video, I will dye the tips of my mustache blonde. Yes, you heard that right. I will dye it blonde. So go ahead right now, go down and hit the like button, and I'll see you after the gym. Just got out of MMA class.
God, you look like such an idiot.
Count it to the total. Now I'm heading back to my house to grab some breakfast and then head to the coffee shop to work on my computer for at least 3 to 4 hours a day. I have a lot of work to do. For breakfast, we're having quesadilla con champiñones, which is like mushrooms. I'm gonna say this was 35 pesos. I made it at home. However, I still had to buy the stuff yesterday, so 35 pesos for breakfast. I am off to the coffee shop, but another expense that I need to add in is my cell phone bill and Netflix and stuff like that. That's about $90 per month. I will do the conversion and add it up right here. My coffee just arrived. And just thinking, the amount of money that I've already spent, I really don't know if it's possible for a family without doing some major cutbacks to be able to live on this budget. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll do a full review, we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I need to get to work on my laptop. After spending 5 hours in that coffee shop, I am starving. I need to go eat lunch. It's about 4:15 right now, so I'm hungry. But I'm gonna go to my favorite street stall in Guadalajara, which is Tostada Laura, and get some ceviche. Well, they were out of ceviche, so I had a cordito, which I didn't realize what it was till I was about halfway through it. A gordito is basically a peel, like the skin, off of pig. And I was like halfway through, and I asked him, and he was like he kind of gave me that look. I don't know if I should really tell you. So, just had processed pork skin on a tostada. It actually wasn't that bad. However, I love ceviche. Ceviche's way up there. I would rate that like a 5, but it's just because it's not my thing. But we tried something new. Not my favorite. This is my next expense of the day. I'm actually not going to use it till later, but the MiBC bike pass is 450 pesos per year, which is 1.2 pesos per day. I'm actually walking today though, but it's a great cheap transportation all over the city of Guadalajara. There are these little bike drop-offs and pickups. Just made it down to Centro, met up with Sarah. ¿Qué quieres cenar?
No sé, lo que sea.
Tacos?
Sí.
Okay, well we're gonna find something that is not extremely expensive, but not very cheap. I don't really feel like street food, but that's maybe where we end up. Así es. So right here is a quick tour of the restaurant. We're up here on top, right here. Behind us is that street I just showed you. It goes all the way to Centro. The wind's pretty heavy at the moment. And right down here is more seating. However, there's nobody here. And this is like a small boutique restaurant, or sorry, hotel called 360 Sky Bar. Pretty easy to remember. I guess because you have a 360-degree view.
Wow. What do we got here?
What does it look like?
Dead goose.
And circle gets the square.
All right.
Which is pretty incredible, saying we're only 4 stories up. All I gotta say is they aren't messing around with the sauce. They smothered this. I was just finishing up the video, however, the light on my camera died, so now Sarah is being my flash and light. But hey, I have a very strong feeling with that dinner, I completely blew
Game over.
past the 660 pesos, but we will see tomorrow morning. We'll see if this is actually feasible for a small family, if we have any money left over. I'll give you a full review in the morning. Till then, good night. Welcome back, and after adding up everything that I spent yesterday on this experiment, it was 664 pesos, which is $33.20. So is it possible? Yes. Did we go over budget? Just by a little bit. Like, it surprised me. We only went over budget 20 cents. Remember, I was not adding it up throughout the day. I just mentally was like, I'm getting close, or I actually thought I was at least 100 pesos over. So I actually got more for my money than what I thought I was going to get. However, we had no money left over, and now let's dive in to the question I was so curious on answering was, is this enough money for a small family? And before I answer that, I just simply wanted to do the experiment. I wanted to do the research. I wanted to see how my life was compared to a normal resident in Mexico. And come to find out, my life is similar. However, I spend slightly more money. There would have been days I probably average 500 pesos a day, 400 pesos a day. And there's some days, like on Fridays and Saturdays, I probably average more like 1,000 pesos per day, which is 50 USD. So is this enough money for a small family? I mean, I'm hard pressed to say yes. I'm hard pressed to say no, just because I know there are people that live off of 660 pesos per day. My sister and her family, they have 1 kid, her husband, wife, very small, simple family. I honestly don't know. Obviously, if I was living here permanently, I could get an apartment probably a little bit cheaper. It wouldn't be in nearly as nice part of town. I could eat in all my meals rather than going out to eat. Like, I didn't spend a lot of money going out to eat yesterday, And also, one thing to remember is I did not add in any of the tips. I gave people tips throughout the day. However, I did not add any of that in, and I probably spent another 100 to 150 pesos on tips that I did not add in on the total, because that's just change in my pocket. Normally, my change, wherever I change my pocket, I just give it away. So hey, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you want my mustache blonde, the tips of it right here. Hit the like button. 100 likes, I'll dye this bad boy blonde. So hey, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Beau out.
Subscribe now.
So Sarah is my flash at the moment. So this is getting very low production in an awfully big hurry. Dogs barking in the background. Hey,